Hello, my name is VSin, and this is a snapshot of Project Root. Now this game came out on April the 28th, 2015 for the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 3 in North America. And it also came out, well, on Steam on May the 1st, 2015. So, this is an indie shmup, shoot-em-up game. It's made by... I don't even want to try and figure out how to pronounce that name, so it's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And, well, I took a really damn long time trying to figure out how I'd wanted to do this video. Because, I'm just going to say it up front here. I don't really like this game, to be honest. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first level on normal. Just quickly do standard weapon by... Get this upgrade real quick. I'm just going to do the first level on normal. And I'll show you through this, and I'll show you what's going on. Now, there's a story to this, but honestly, I don't really care about the story. I mean, it's kind of just, there is war, people kill each other. Yay. Alright, so you are this aircraft thingamabobber, and what happens is you're set off to go on a bunch of different missions. These missions will have various objectives. You complete the objective, you move on to the next thing, and so forth and so on. You have two weapons. Anti-air and air-to-ground, basically. Now, as soon as I can clear these out, I can slowly demonstrate. But first of all, R is your air-to-air weapon. It's just this machine gun. The form of this machine gun never changes. L is air-to-ground. You can see that targeting reticle, that white targeting reticle on the screen. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Depends on how well the encoding went, but essentially, you fire rockets that will only travel to that tiny little dot, which, honestly, it makes air-to-ground a little bit frustrating, in my opinion. Especially when you can see how many shots I fired at that, when in reality, like, maybe 3 of them actually hit. You also can pick up those sub-weapons. I just ran into one there. So far, there are 4 that I've noticed. There's this missile, which just auto-target, hits everything around it automatically. Yay. There's also a scatter rockets that only hits air targets, and a laser that only hits air targets, as well as a weapon that destroys all incoming projectiles, which is pretty neat. That's it for drops. There's also a pickup shield and repair kits. And that's about it. These drop randomly from anything you kill, like very randomly. There are no special boxes or anything that will drop specific weapons so you can like rush to the place or anything. No, nothing of that sort. It's just you kill stuff and hopefully it'll drop something that you care about. If not, well, good luck. Really hate killing those things, but because you basically have to go stationary. And in the shoot 'em up genre in general, being stationary is a very bad thing. Also, I'm constantly firing both weapons at the same time because there's no penalty for doing so. At least not that I can tell. You simply get score for killing enough shit and stuff. Also, depending on enemy projectile, you can actually shoot out missiles with your machine gun, which is convenient because a lot of the time, so many shots flying everywhere that you can't actually dodge everything normally. Okay, so they're going to chat for a bit, and then they're going to tell me where my objective is. Now, the thing I find myself using the most, actually, is that mini-map in the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, it's a little bit of a shoddy mini-map, and you can barely see the north indicator. Barely. Like, it's almost invisible. It's probably almost invisible on your screen, again, because encoding plus tiny text equals good luck. So, I'm just going to slowly make my way over to, if you can see on the mini-map, those red dots. That's the next objective. Just on the way, I'm going to kill shit, because that gives me score and stuff, which is nice. Blow you up. There we go. Head on over. That's a repair kit. Gives you extra HP. Without upgrades, you actually don't start the round with full HP, which is weird for some strange reason, but okay, whatever. Also, I have a whole bunch of criticisms to level on the upgrade system in general, but I'll get to that after I finish the level, so. Let's see, where the hell is it? No, that is not it. That's just a thing. Where the heck? Blow you up so that you don't shoot me. Also, one other thing I'd like to say is that the music is really bad in this game. Like, not in the sense of it is painful to listen to, so much as it's so dull that I'm almost confused as to why there's music here, because I have the audio set to maximum. I have the in-game audio slider set to maximum. And I have my Vita set to maximum, and I can still barely hear the music. You're not going to hear it at all, because I always turn down the music slider, but turn on the audio manually, but even then, like, it's really bloody hard to hear anything. There we go, just use use the missiles to deal with ground units, which is why I like missiles the most. I mean, the laser and the scatter missiles actually do the most damage, but they're AA only, so I prefer having the missiles because it makes it easier to deal with ground targets. Go. Oop. Where the hell are you? Go. Alright. And refinery complex. Blow up the next place. Oh, sub-objectives. I forgot about that. Okay, if you see in the top right-hand corner that really shitty text saying destroy power storage facility in yellow, that is one of the sub-objectives. You complete the sub-objectives, you gain higher score, basically. Score is mostly just for, I'm not sure if it's personal wankery or if it's for XP for upgrades or what, but basically the sub-objectives exist. You get higher score for completing sub-objectives. Hit the damn thing. Thank you. And that's about it. Let's just finish off the sub-objective. Oh, while we're in this facility, I want to start talking about real complaints here. Okay. Now, you see that your targeting reticle is white there, right? And now, but the thing is that, look over here. Now, you can see that the rockets are running into the wall, even though my reticle is beyond the wall. That's one of the really annoying conveyance things about this game. Like, and like, again, I barely got over the wall, now it's firing over there, but like here it's still hitting the wall. And here the wall hitbox is so large that it's disjointed and hits beyond... These damn walls and this damn air-to-ground weapon. I'm sorry, I hate this air-to-ground weapon so much because there's just so much wrong with it. The reticle itself doesn't accurately represent where the rockets will always hit. You don't know if the rockets are going to clip on a piece of the terrain. Like, if you're moving rapidly, then you can't really aim sometimes because you may be moving too rapidly, or for example, you're circle strafing. You're trying to circle strafe, and you can see where the rockets are constantly landing all over the place, yet this thing has pinpoint accuracy for some fucking reason. I'm sorry, I really hate the air-to-ground weapon so much. Like, I feel there's just so much wrong with it. Especially for a game that's built around precision. Well, this weapon is so frickin'... Like, I thought this entire genre was built more around the movement and dodging and manipulating movement sort of thing than actually aiming and shooting, because to aim and shoot this thing requires a lot of effort. Like, I basically had to be stationary to consistently hit this thing because I can't circle strafe nicely. Like, I don't know. Let's use the missile. I have no idea what that hit. Okay, this is the refinery complex. That's a sub-weapon, so let's just quickly fire these off. Replace my weapon. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to say this, but sub-weapons have limited uses, so... yeah. What the hell? Where the hell did those missiles even go? I'm not going to do this a high score way, I'm just going to finish this fast. Yeah, like, those missiles are just flying into the ground for no good reason. I have no idea why. There we go. Okay. Stop chatting and give me the damn mission objective. Sheesh. I guess if you're the sort of person who would memorize the layout of a level or something, this wouldn't be too difficult, but, like, it's just annoying that I cannot get my bearings straight, and, like, where the hell is my next objective, and I have to waste time waiting for these guys to finish talking in the tiny-ass text box. Like, ugh. Just tell me what the next thing to shoot is, please. Yeah, you notice that I've spent a lot of time whining this video, and again, it's because I genuinely don't like this game. And I just feel that it has so many small issues all over the place. Like, one of the other issues, you know how I showed you the wall and missile thing earlier? Well, when it comes to, for example, canyon walls and flying units, the wall hitbox is sometimes so disjointed that your shot will run into the walls before it can possibly hit the actual target. Like, it's really weird, because, like, the units will fly into the wall, and you cannot kill them because the wall blocks your shots. It's really stupid. Ugh. Like, I'm sorry, there's so many small issues with this game. And, like, maybe conceptually, the base concept is really interesting, you know? Like, this big, sprawling-ass level where you have a bunch of sub-objectives and going all over the place. But it ends up just being really grindy because, like, I'm sorry, I think, like, haven't been super far into the game, but apart from bosses, you have just seen about 90% of the enemy types in the game. And they just choose to deploy them in larger quantities, and that's about it. Like, that's really the only difference between this level and a bunch of other levels, is that other levels will deploy certain enemies in higher quantities or in certain places, and, like, sometimes there are spawn buildings that you have to destroy, sure, but apart from that, like, even if enemy variety gets a little bit better, like, there's a heavy flyer that takes more shots and that fires homing missiles, but even then, that's not really enemy variety, it's just more shit shooting you. The only vague variety is bosses, and I've only seen one actually interesting boss so far in this game. It was the one boss that I just finished doing before starting to record this video. But most of the bosses are really piss boring. Anyways, this is supposed to be the unknown energy signature, or ambush. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it. There we go. Now the wall came up. Now it's an ambush. It's a tarp. Yeah, I prefer saying it's a tarp to it's a trap, but still. Yay, that's a projectile destroyer. Now where the hell is the boss? There's this guy. Hey, look, he shoots stuff. It looks scary until you realize that you just hold down the left stick and you dodge everything instantly. What the balls? Like, oh no! He is dangerous. Wait, no, he's not dangerous. I'm just moving. And dodging everything effortlessly. Oh boy. Like, literally, all I'm doing right now is circle strafing. I don't have to do anything else right now. Really, this is the same thing for most other enemies in the game. There's some bosses with, like, again, the one boss that I found vaguely interesting has hardpoint, has shields, has like 6 hardpoints that you have to destroy individually, has shields, has lasers, enemies are constantly spawning, and, like, there's some stuff going on the screen, but then there's this, which admittedly is the first level. The only dangerous part is that you can't move in the opposite direction to, like, pick up your laser, for example. And then more story. And that's it. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, that is my impression of the game. Yes, you do get more levels. There's stuff like, let's quickly change this back to easy difficulty. Like, for example, the last snowflake, this has gates that turn on and off. You have to move through them with the right timing, and, like, heavy enemies and stuff. The only one I've found interesting so far is Blackout, but that's so long, and I don't want to go through the whole thing. Anyways, next thing is upgrade system. Upgrade system is plus numbers. Really? Like, you don't get a special looking weapon. You just have more speed and acceleration, more rotation speed, more damage, more shots on your advanced kit, sub-weapon, whatever. more HP, more shield HP. Great. No, no. Please. The entire point at least from my perspective, the point of this shmup genre is you have a very fixed set of controls. Okay? You know, so that the designer knows exactly how fast and you can move, how fast you can turn. Like, especially speed and handling. I think these are absolute bullshit upgrades that should not exist at all in any shmup ever. Okay? Those are how fast you move so that if a missile goes towards you, how do you avoid it? Well, guess what? This speed upgrade means if you have 0 speed upgrades, you cannot avoid missiles at all. They will eventually hit you unless you move directly away from them. If you move perpendicular to them, they will hit you instantly. You get speed upgrades, missiles will never hit you, and you can just circle strafe like that boss I just showed you. Handling, again, rotation speed, it's vaguely useful, I guess. Maybe there's something more interesting later on. Like, weapon damage. Again, the problem with this is that difficulty is just damage taken, damage required to kill shit. Like, stuff has more HP and deals more damage. And your weapon upgrade overrides that entire point. Same thing goes for your defense upgrades. Like, the point of the difficulty is to have a controlled HP, durability, damage output increase. And your upgrade system completely overrides that, to the point where normal becomes easy if you have all the upgrades, which is really stupid. Like, I'm sorry, I just have so many small issues with this game all over the place. Yeah, I really didn't want to make this video because I can play it, I can get through it, but let me just boil down my problems with this game. Okay? Encounters are the same. The environments look pretty, but encounters basically the same thing. You kill shit, you kill more shit, you kill more shit after that. That's about it. Upgrades, the entire upgrade system should not exist because it defeats the purpose of a tightly tuned shmup experience. And this is trivialize everything by doing it hard enough. And especially with the missile avoiding thing. Well, you have to grind missions enough to get XP so I can move fast enough to avoid missiles. What the fuck is that shit? Air-to-ground weapon. Like, there's so much wrong with that weapon. It can clip on terrain for no good reason without you really knowing it. It doesn't really follow the reticle. It's pinpoint, so it may or may not hit if you're moving and shooting at the same time. Sure, the levels are big, but they just feel grindy because everything is like kill shit, then kill more shit, then kill more shit while killing shit on the way to killing shit. Like, and maybe going further into the game, they'll have better boss variety. Maybe they'll have better enemy variety, but how many missions is this? Not including the training. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 missions, about 2 hours worth of gameplay, including the times that I've failed, and, like, redoing the levels. Like, you can see it takes almost half an hour to do these damn levels. So I played for 2 hours, close to 3. And this far into the game, I have found nothing redeeming about any of this. Like, it's just so mediocre. Also, there are frame drops all over the place because of explosions. That, too. Another mild thing that annoys me is that okay, you have audio sliders. Great. Well, first of all, like I said, the music is barely audible, even though I have my Vita music all the way up, music all the way up, and even though I turn it down for you guys, like, I can barely hear the goddamn music any of the time. The sound effect quality itself is really bleh. And, like, another problem I have is that there is no multiple mapping options, no custom remapping, no put both air-to-air and air-to-ground on the same button. No, none of that. I don't know. I just find this game so mediocre, is basically my problem. And it's a genre that I hate, too. Like, really, would I recommend this game? Well, what do you think? Of course I don't recommend this game. It's just, I don't know. Technically speaking, it went on sale for $7 with PS Plus. So maybe if you really insanely like shmups, maybe, but I just have so many small quibbles with this game all over the place, and I can't find anything particularly redeeming about it. That's about it. Like TLDR, I just don't like this game. My name has been Vcen. Thanks for watching.